This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news, intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversation. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
The aftermath of every social revolution brings about change. Cultural norms and landmarks shift as our minds and hearts expand beyond the familiar. To everything, there is a season and a time to every purpose in the land of the living. This is our time to renew, revive, and restore the hope lost to the busyness of life. This is our time to dig again and rebuild from the storms of our past on a solid footing that holds. Welcome to The Foundation.
The Foundation. 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 The Foundation. The Foundation.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. 96.9 FM radio, The Foundation with Howard Grant right here on this beautiful station on this beautiful day, man. Today is Thursday. It's a great day. It's a wonderful day to be in the land of the living. And it's a Thursday. It's a business day that we talk small business Thursdays and really talk about small business solutions, concepts, ideas, all those things that exist in those particular spaces. We've been getting a lot, of sort of momentum with that, right? Can I say something to you, though? Even in the inception, I know that some people may be a little indifferent about the introduction about it right now, but I want to say something to you. For all those who are very interested in kind of moving towards that, I need to say this to you. We have some dirt. Well, can I say that? It's really affordable. Can we say that? You're not breaking the bank. And we can get significant. Every single person who sat here with us on Small Business Thursday, every single person that sat here on Small Business Thursday with us, even those, including Mr. Humes, who kind of called in and talked about his business, instantaneously people kind of reached out to them. We talked about it. You know that we had Ahmad Rashad Thompson here about his shift into focus, right? And boom, the class was filled out. I actually visited the spot, and a lot of persons would have said to me, Howard, man, I'm so happy I heard about this thing on your show. I'm so happy that I'm here. It's a beautiful thing, So I just kind of shoot straight with you. Mark Zuckerberg cannot do what we can do. He just can't. He just can't. He cannot. The demographics that exist on Facebook is being able to gear to all persons. You got it kind of wide open. And you don't know who have jobs. You don't, let's say hypothetically you come here and you start to talk about a product that's affordable, maybe a $20 product, and someone's passing your store. They may need $20 gas, but they're willing to kind of purchase your product and kind of move forward and say, all right, I'll pick up the gas later. Do not miss out on an opportunity to be able to sell your product and get those stuff out there. And so that's what Small Business Thursday is all about. The relationships are saturated as it relates to corporate Bahamas. Those relationships are saturated. You got Talk Show House, you got other media houses, you got everyone pursuing corporate Bahamas to identify how they can sell their products. And so now you hear all the big wigs, all these big stores and big spaces continue to kind of, you hear them all day on the radio, and just naturally move towards them, whoever those persons are. However, you need some opportunities also. So that's just what this is about. This is a space for the small businessmen in our communities. And if you want to be a part of that, 827-0111, 827-0111. I have to commend and really thank, honestly, not necessarily commend, but really thank for all those persons who showed interest, all those persons who left a deposit, all those persons who said, Howard, we're going to go on this particular day, all those persons who purchased packages with me. I want to say thank you so very kindly, man. You've done me a significant service. And I want you to know that I'm going to remain committed to kind of doing these things for you. Let me read a few things here. It's Thursday. You know, on a Thursday, the papers stick. Make sure that you pick up your paper, the Guardian paper. It's Thursday. So you know that the obituary is in there. You can be able to read all them stuff. If you're like my grandmother, you want to see, oh my God, look at Junior. I remember when he came off the boat from Acklands. And this is the whole story. She gives you the whole story, right? So it's that Thursday. Make sure you pick up your Guardian newspaper, check that information out. I want to be able to read something to you and thank those persons. I want to thank Byron McCartney for being able to commit himself to this. I really thank him for doing this. He came to me some time ago. He says, Howard, I can do something with you. And he's doing something very special. It says Mobile Garage Fleet Solutions is an all-in-one fleet management software enabling fleet owners to save more than 20% on their fleet operational costs. Top features include electronic maintenance scheduling, artificial intelligence dash cam for smart video safety, GPS devices, and so much more. Starting as low as $5 per vehicle per month, visit mobilegaragefleets.com. That's mobilegaragefleets.com. mobilegaragefleets.com or call 422-4575. That's 422-4575 to schedule a free trial today. These are my guys, right? And I got to tell you about Butler's Funeral Homes and Crematorium. I mean, they have been staples in the community for a very long time. I had an opportunity to be able to sit with them. We're going to do some things formally as time progresses. But on this day, I think we should always kind of identify those things. A lot of persons are kind of passing away. If you want your loved one to be laid and rest in peace with this sort of dignity that they carried in their life, I want you to check my good friends out at Butler's Funeral Homes and Crematorium. They're the best in the business. I just want to be able to say that to you. They're very good people. I'm telling you, they're like family to me, so I'm always appreciative. Like I told you, they travel with me in all my platforms, and I really, really want to be able to say that to you. Right? But today we got something special happening. Today we have something very special happening. Now, if you've been following me over time, right? If you've been following me over time, you know that I had an opportunity to be able to do a remote at a unique location, right? All the way out in Yamaha. Very nice. I thought I was stepping into the future. Am I Marty McFly? This is a lot. This place is absolutely gorgeous. When I was out there in Yamaha, right? And in sitting there, we had a great conversation and a great opportunity to kind of do some stuff. And I heard all about, today you're going to hear about it also, St. Andrews International School. Blew my mind out in this space, the sort of this idea of progression and growth, the idea of inclusion and preparation for the next step, not just locally but internationally, globally. And so today, I have them in studio with me, right? And they're going to be here. I want them to introduce themselves directly to you guys and let you know exactly who they are and where they're from, and so the spirit that exists in this space. This is St. Andrews School.
Good afternoon. My name is Nivea Bodie, and I'm the Director of Admissions at St. Andrews.
Good afternoon. My name is Ivan Carey, and I am the music teacher and a house leader at St. Andrews.
Good afternoon. I'm Enzel Cooper, and I teach drama at St. Andrews, as well as I am the extracurricular coordinator.
He wasn't sure. He was looking at mine. What else do I do?
Gotta be.
What else do I do?
Good afternoon. My name is Samantha Sands, and I'm a grade 12 student at St. Andrews.
Okay.
Good afternoon. My name is Julia Fernanda Francis, and I'm also a grade 12 student at St. Andrews.
This is exciting stuff. You got everybody in here. Anybody else outside? You're good, right? Yeah. You're good, right? But I'm always happy to see that you have a family-like environment at St. Andrews, and you guys got something very special that's going to be coming up over the weekend. We did this before, talking about your open house, talking about being able to open up the campus and have persons walk in and see exactly what's what. Ms. Bodie, give me some more information about that. What's going to be happening this weekend?
Sure. So we're really excited, very excited about our open house this weekend on Saturday, February 4th. Our campus is open to families who are interested interested, possibly interested, thinking about it, enrolling their children for the upcoming academic year. I know this time of year, lots of families are in the process of making applications to various schools, thinking about what's going to happen. January, February tends to be that time of year for many families. And so we thought, why not on a Saturday open our campus up so that families can come in, they can hear from our directors of academics, our vice principals, about our programs, our curriculum, take our campus tours, which will be led by our student leaders, and just learn more about us and why St. Andrews would be a great place to learn for your young ones.
Has this been the first time since we really got back into the rhythm of how things have happened since the pandemic that you guys are having an open house?
No, this will be the second
time.
in-person one
Yeah.
since
You didn't call me the
COVID.
last time. Just want to put that on. No, but so I just wanted to know about that because a lot of things have shifted in our community since then. The rhythm of how things happen and how people engage each other, and trying to be able to find education, top tier education for what seems to be a crunch from an economic standpoint. So I wanted to know how St. Andrews sort of took that on, and what initiatives that you lay out for those persons who are wishing to be a part of your organization, your school.
Right. Well, I'll say that, coming out of the pandemic, St. Andrews has responded very well to the needs of our young learners. And we're very happy now to be back at school and back to so-called regular learning. And and this is why we want to welcome new families now to the campus so that they can also be a part of this experience. With 2 years of remote learning, I know parents are now very hungry for their children to be a part of a very progressive learning environment.
I like what you did there. Parents are very hungry. Yeah, to get out of my house. But I had to ask that question because the truth is that I had my kids to a particular school, and then I moved them from another because things got in a tight crunch, and I needed to be able to find a place that I wanted to ensure that they did the absolute best and they gave their best, and this environment was like that. So, and I've always heard about St. Andrews, and I'm very my daughter. As I spoke to her about it, she's interested in that. So we'll see how this year goes. No, seriously, we'll see how this year goes because what you guys offer, the inclusion, the ideas, and what she wants to do in terms of being able to go beyond the Bahamas, I think St. Andrews is really poised for that. Let me ask the 12th graders. Tell me about that. Do you feel that you're prepared for what's to come? As you go through your phone, you kind of scroll through there, you listen to what exists in the external spaces. Do you think that St. Andrews is really preparing you for what's happening on the other side?
I think that St. Andrews does a really good job at preparing students for what comes next, especially with the IB program that we're both doing. Students get a really good idea of being more international, looking at the world from an international standpoint. And I think we get a really good opportunity to look at different cultures and different mindsets. And I think we're really well prepared to take on what's after high school.
Along with that, we don't just have normal classes like math and Spanish and English. We have other classes that actually teach you how to learn, teach you how to navigate the internet, teach you how to be safe when you're on the internet. On top of that, we have classes that teach you how to deal with your emotions, teach you how to react to what other people do around you. So I think that it's very beneficial for St. Andrews to implement all these other topics that are not just the typical classroom activities, but it involves things that are outside of the what you would learn inside of the classroom.
Mm-hmm. Every time I hear about you guys tell me about St. Andrews, I'm blown away because these are the things that we pursue now. For far too long, we've been kind of locked into tradition, right? We've been locked into this idea of being able to regurgitate. So you just get the information, no critical thinking, you regurgitate. But every time I hear you talk about St. Andrews, it's about community, it's about inclusion, it's about an idea and preparation for something that's actually to come. Mm-hmm. So I'm always excited about that. And I think this is really the model for, and no, I'm not just saying this because you're here with me. I think this school is the model for the new Bahamas that we envision.
Right.
the model for what's going to be happening in the future and how we can be able to get our kids prepared for the global community.
Right. I guess if I can just tell you a little bit about our programs, for those who may not know, we are an IB school. And the International Baccalaureate program, two programs fall under that. So the IB diploma is the final result. But before students get to that, in the primary years, it's the PYP, the primary years program, which also falls under the umbrella of the IB. And some of those keywords that Howard just mentioned that come with that program, our students are inquirers, they are thinkers, they are communicators, they're open-minded. And through the IB program really helps our students to develop those skills. And so they see that in the early years, they get those skills in the early years, and then it continues on into secondary school where we get ready for the IB diploma. And the IB diploma, known as the Gold Star in College Preparation programs. Our students, when they leave our doors, they are well ready to take on the world because of the rigor in the curriculum, because they have been challenged, because they have been developing those critical thinking skills from such a young age.
Yeah.
They're ready to take on the demands of university, and therefore we see our students getting into top-tier universities. Universities want an IB student. They want students who've been challenged in that way.
Well, Mr. Carey, right? Yeah. Tell me a little bit more about why persons are coming in and some of the questions that they have. I see that you're a house leader. Tell me more about why parents and other persons will actually decide to go with you. What is the deciding factor for them, or what are coming in the gates looking for when they come to your school?
So I think one of our huge selling points is that something that the girls already talked about is that we don't just focus on the academics. It's really important. The academics are really important, but we go beyond that. And we have something in our school called CAS, and we try to make our kids very service-minded so that they feel a need to help others, that they want to better our community and eventually our country and then to our world. So we focus on something called CAS. And the benefits of CAS is that it really stretches our students outside of their comfort zone and just pushes them outside of the box. So CAS stands for Creativity, Activity, and Service. And the girls, they want to talk about the creativity and the service part, but I'll talk about the activity. We have a lot of different opportunities at school to be involved in activity. So things like our inter-house sports and our inter-school sports. We have a golf program, various clubs that meet during lunchtimes, free clubs that meet during lunchtimes for our kids to get involved.
Tell me this. One of the things that popped out to me is when you said stretched, right? I wrote it down, right? This concept and idea of being able to go beyond the comforts that you have, the capacity in your mind. In your mind, it says, this is all we can do. But there's a little bit more. So you're saying to me that you're not afraid as a school to say to them, prepare yourself and go beyond this particular point. Talk to me about that.
Definitely. Our faculty always try to push our students beyond what they even think that they can do. Because truthfully, we all have a potential to meet, and sometimes we're not sure of our potential until someone pushes us to that point.
My wife does that. No, I just, it's just
But that's a great point. The idea of these students, we will never get to really get out there if we're not placed in new situations. And so our learning environment is geared towards placing our kids in new situations so that we can test the critical thinking skills. Yeah, here's the problem. We don't know it. Let's investigate it. Let's do some inquiry-based learning, figure it out. That's once we get that, let's take some risks in our learning to make sure that we are engaged. So that's really the test of what we do.
Definitely.
Yeah, beyond the books, we are having the critical thinking skills, the cognitive skills to put it all together. Because that's real world experience.
You know, and I know that the children won't be able to attest to this, but Faro Golf and other persons who would have been able to attest that, you know, I'm a product of St. Andrews. They're very progressive, and you know, the last time we actually sat together, I met a lot of the alumni and other persons who were with you, and I look at them and I say to myself, "Wow, you've been prepared for this from the get-go. You've been prepared. You didn't get into this kind of a space. Let's do this, right? Let's do this. In decency, let's do it. Our community is designed in such a way that proximity affords you an opportunity to elevate. Talk to me. I'm making sense? Let's do this. This is just decency. Our community, through politics and relationship, is designed strategically to give you an opportunity, whether you have the information, the wherewithal or not, to elevate, which leaves a lull socially. But that's not what I'm seeing here at St. Andrews. If you're afforded an opportunity, it's because you've been doing the work from the get-go. You've been prepared, you've been stretched. And now there's an expectation that you can be able to succeed after you get this opportunity. Talk to me about it.
And that expectation is really born of habit. Yeah, once you're able to take on these skills in the classroom, whether it's communication, whether it's thinking, when we provide opportunities for these students to engage that, to think outside the box, to solve problems, it becomes a habit because that's what we do as a culture at St. Andrews. When those things are in place, whether you're at the supermarket or you're standing and delivering a speech at Model United Nations, some of our students just went there last week to a conference, yeah? And they were able to engage on an international stage. And so, again, it's the habit of learning that becomes a way of life, not only in our school culture, but for the lifestyle of our students when they're choosing where they want to be and how they want to engage the world.
I want you guys to stay with me for a little while longer because I want to learn more about St. Andrews, and I know those persons out there, especially on the Small Business Thursday. This may not necessarily be the small business that you thought we were thinking about, but I want you to know that this is in preparation for your kids to get into the small business and expand significantly. So we want to know more about that. I want to take this commercial break, guys. Please stick and stay. We're going to be right back after this with St. Andrews International, really talking about their open house that's going to be this weekend. So stick and stay, guys. I can give you the numbers to call. Is the phones good? The phones are good? All right, 325-4316, 325-4259, or hit me up on the text line, 422-4796. It's The Foundation with Howard Grant right here on Guardian Radio 96.9. We'll be right back after this.
Foundation.
The Foundation. We'll be back right after this.
The foundation. The foundation.
At Wendy's, we are different. We don't just use beef. It's fresh, never frozen. Our burgers are square because we never cut corners. Served hot off the grill with fresh lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and American cheese. We believe in fast food done right. Always serving fresh, never frozen beef. Order a hot, juicy Dave single, double, or triple. Made with fresh, never frozen beef. Now only at Wendy's. Different inside and out.
We're good for you. Whether your business is in store, on the go, or both, let Fidelity work with you to maximize your customers' payment options with a fixed or mobile terminal so that you never miss a sale. It's safer than cash and more convenient so that you can take your business anywhere. For details, contact a business development officer today at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport, or visit our website at fidelitygroup.com. Fidelity, we're good for you.
It's a new year, and you're super excited to start the year off right. You've made your New Year's resolutions, doing more exercising, healthier eating, saving more, making better decisions and all that. If you have information or products that encourages healthy living, promotes sound financial decisions, or even promotes a positive lifestyle, one smart decision is to advertise in the Nassau Guardian's Health Supplement. So if you're a physician, speech, massage, or physiotherapist, own a gym, nutritional deli, or restaurant, does your financial, insurance institution, or credit institution have the plan for investing wisely? Then that information should be in the Nassau Guardian's Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise supplement. One low price gives you an ad in the supplement plus 15 30-second commercials. Interviews also available on Star 106 Hits, Guardian Radio, and Hot 91. Contact your account executives or the Nassau Guardian now. Start the new year right in the Nassau Guardian's Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise supplement.
Foundation. Foundation. The foundation. The foundation. Foundation.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. 96.9 FM radio. Howard Grant in your company with the foundation on this beautiful, beautiful Thursday in the house. You know, it's Small Business Thursdays. So you know we're having conversations about businesses. You know that we're bringing persons out to give us a little information on what they do. And I want to be able to, can I call you guys family now? Because we've done this enough now. Dr. We've done this enough now, right? So I want to let you know about what St. Andrews has been doing. And they have an open house. And you know what? As I'm thinking and I'm sitting here and, I got the call that you guys wanted to kind of come here. I said, this is the perfect spot. We got a unique demographic, progressives that listen to us, who are now transitioning, looking for more information. This is where you get your fresh news, your smart talk. It's all day, every day. And to be able to fuse that with a school that's both progressive, inclusive, and in strategic position to prepare your kids to move out, I think it's a great thing. But tell me about it. Tell me a little bit more about your open house and some of the concepts that you have for persons to kind of prepare themselves. And you also have to put those numbers out there and your website so persons can know how I can reach you and where we can be able to get more information from.
Right. So our open house, as we mentioned earlier, is taking place on Saturday, February 4th, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Now, we do have a registration form out there that can be found on our Facebook page or on our school's website. However, you can simply call the office, or if you can't register, we're happy to have you just show up and just to be there and to hear all about what we have to offer. And so again, that's taking place on Saturday, February 4th, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And it's also taking place in conjunction with another wonderful event that Mr. Cooper is going to tell you about a little bit later. But we wanted an opportunity for you to be on campus when so much of what we value is also taking place. St. Andrews is a very service-minded school. The importance of community, the importance of giving back, and the event on Saturday ties all of that together. So it's a twofold deal for you. You'll hear all about St. Andrews, but then you also get to really see us in action and see some of our core values really play out in what we're doing at our event.
I'd like to know a little bit more about your Love Expo, because as you continue to talk about this idea of tying everything in, as I'm reading this, and you guys get Hands for Hunger, you get ACE, you get the Rotary Club, you get Salvation Army, you get Kiwanis, you get the Pilot Club, you get what's this? You get so many things, man. The Kansas Society Association, the Bahamas Association for Social Health. You have a true sense of community here. And so I want to know about what this Love Expo is so persons could not only come to the open house, but know that there is some more information out there.
Okay, so we're excited to have this new event. We're celebrating Valentine's in a unique way, I would say. We're taking our Love and Service Expo. St. Andrews is international yet proudly Bahamian. We are international and proudly Bahamian. So we are taking this line, One People United in Love and Service, and we're taking it up to the nth degree. So what we're doing is essentially a donation drive for all of these service, charity, nonprofit organizations that are making a huge and important impact on our country. And so this weekend from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. They're all going to be there. You can come out, support them, be a part of the expo, find out what they're doing, donate to your favorite charities. There's a blood drive happening as well. Again, we're going to make sure that we are giving back to our communities, but we're also wanting to showcase these charities and what they do. Yeah, so they will have booths so that you can find out what they do, how they do it, how you can help. There are also going to be membership drives. So if you are interested in hearing about or participating with your favorite charities, please come out, show them your support. They will have items on sale as well. This weekend, we're also having a pop-up market. BAIC is going to be there for our farmers market. So it's going to be a whole lot of things that you can come out and have a really great time. There should be some great food, conch salad and conch fritters, a whole range of things.
And what time does it get kicked? So you're starting the open house is at 10.
The open house is
so
at 10.
What time is the
We are starting love and service at 10, the same
So you could
start
get conch
time.
salad at 10. This is this is way too early.
Just wrapping it up, right? Wrapping it up. I would say make sure you put in your order at the very least. But if you don't, we're also going to have the outdoor workout that's going to be happening. Outdoor Fitness Bahamas is going to be there with us.
So
as
you can
well.
make this a whole, like an event.
Exactly.
You can take your kids out and just...
We want to make sure that people are aware of those organizations and show that are making a difference and show them some love in return. Yeah, so the Salvation Army, for example, is going to be there. So come out and donate. And there is a cover charge, but it's a different kind of cover charge. Instead of cash, we're simply asking you to bring some canned goods. Yeah, 5 canned goods or clothing items. Donate, bring them in, and you can get access and just share it with your favorite charity.
Oh, this is a good idea.
Yeah, or canned goods or clothing, that kind of thing, shoes. Just to show your support and to be there. Bahamas National Trust is going to be there. Hands for Hunger. There's a whole range. Choosing those organizations to be a part of, finding out about them. And again, this is a great opportunity to educate ourselves, but also our kids. Coming out and letting them see the displays, letting them find out about what they are doing, what these organizations are doing in our communities, and also how they are doing it. This is a great opportunity for our kids at St. Andrews as well, because they are going to be conducting interviews. There are 2 businesses, our grade 9 business classes. There are 2 of them who are going to be launching their businesses. One of them is doing a car wash, and they're giving all proceeds to a charity of their choice, and they're going to announce that this Saturday. So again, our kids are getting an opportunity to try things out, try out their learning, try service learning, find out about these organizations. They're going to be conducting interviews with these organizations and eventually producing a documentary, again, practicing their skills with communication, technology, media. Yeah, it's a full event going on here. And we want for it to be of value to everyone.
When does St. Andrews children sleep? We're going to make it hard, right?
But the thing is, we are finding that, you talked about us being inclusive, and that is based on the idea of diversity. Yeah. And so we have Julia and Samantha who are going to be in the fashion show. Others are deciding, hey, let me help with the car wash. Or others are saying, you know what? I don't want to do the interview, so I'll hold the camera and I will do the videography, or I'll do the editing. Yeah, I'll get people in, or I can be the hype person or hand out flyers. I'll like to set up a booth. Again, diversity is the way of life. Yeah, you talked about being a melting pot. Yeah, this is what's happening in real world, and so we're getting all of everyone in here, but we want to make sure that we are playing to people's strengths so that they can feel willing to participate.
As you're talking, and I'm thinking about it, I feel like you've identified holistically how to be able to approach these things, because while you're developing their skills in preparation to move on to the next step, you're also making them stewards of the environment. Julia, I want you to give me some more information about that. You guys do some beach cleanup, and you do some other stuff like that. Talk to me about what you do in terms of participation in those areas.
Right. So my entire time being at St. Andrews, which is 14 years actually, I've always been drawn to the service activities that we do, not just because, you get CAS hours as a reward, but St. Andrews presents service in a way that makes you really feel as if you need to give back to the environment, because when you have so much to give, why not give to those who need it the most? So in CAS, the S stands for service, and that's basically giving back to the community. And that way we're understanding the practice of giving back to both the environment and the less fortunate without expecting anything in return. So we have beach cleanups where large groups of different people in St. Andrews will go to different beaches, and we'll all work together to achieve some type of goal, like how much trash we want to collect for the day, how much of the beach we want to be clean for that day. We have different clubs such as the Red Cross Club, the Eco Club, and in those clubs we basically raise money to give back to the main organizations, along with doing some personal tasks on the side. Like sometimes we just go to the children's home, spend some time with them, the old folks home. We also have the Humane Society volunteers. Sometimes we go and we help out with the Humane Society, help take care of the animals, wash them off, etc., etc. And then we also have our grade 12 cast project. Basically, we decided to work together and create a movie spreading awareness about deaf awareness. And through this, we actually learned some ASL ourselves. We became more aware about like how big of an issue it is that people do not know as much as they should know about these different communities that are struggling because, you know, we're not learning how to communicate with them. And the reason why service is so beneficial to us as students is because it exposes us to new environments and introduces us to new topics that we have been like unfamiliar with in the past. Then that in turn makes us more self-aware about what's happening in the future, what's happening in the world today. And this helps us to develop a selfless character, which is what you need for in the future. And then on top of that, it helps us to focus on our self-determination. So therefore, after students complete these hours, we're not just saying, oh, we've completed our CAS hours, we can go to sleep. No, it's like we've genuinely given back to the environment and to the community, and we actually feel a sense of accomplishment after we've done all of this.
You know, as I'm listening to you, I'm blown away. I got to get gas in my house. Get my children to do something. Hey, you should feel good about washing these dishes. You did something. But tell me a little bit more, Samantha, about the creative aspect that you guys are taking, the angle that you use with your cast.
So talking about creativity, the C in CAS, which stands for creativity, we have a lot of creative opportunities at St. Andrews, including through music, through art, and even through drama. In terms of music, there is a choir, there's a girls' choir, and specifically a chamber choir, which is more for an auditioned group of people. But this choir takes a bunch of different people from different backgrounds, different strengths, different weaknesses, and puts them all together to create something absolutely amazing, in my opinion. And this choir and both choirs have gone to a National Arts Festival and have won several times, really showing how talented all members of this choir are.
You're in the choir?
Yes.
Really? Okay. I'll ask you to sing later.
She can sing.
The choir also performs for ministry events. Like, I think in September we performed at the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture event. They've performed for school events like St. Andrew's Day and other events like graduations. The orchestra and band are also a group of very talented musicians who perform at other school events.
I'm convinced. You all don't sleep. You're working all day.
We put on, in my opinion, amazing musicals and amazing performances that are put together by student volunteers who are also supported by very enthusiastic teachers. And this is my moment to promote Annie coming up in March.
You guys are doing Annie? Go ahead. Yeah. Is this open to the public, or this is just, well, how are you going to do it? This is school, or is it open to the public?
Yes, so I'm directing the Annie musical, and it's going to be on March 23rd and 24th. And yes, it's open to the public. We would love to have everyone come. 2 nights of Annie, so you can choose which night you want to come.
23rd and 24th?
Yes.
Are they on the campus?
In the school hall.
So if persons want to find out more about it, how do you do that? You just go onto your website, or give you a call?
So there will be an advert on Facebook, and then we'll also have it on our school website.
Yeah.
You'll be able to purchase tickets online as well.
My daughter loves plays.
She'll love Annie.
Daddy should watch Hamilton. I'm like, no, I don't want to watch Hamilton, right? So I watch Hamilton, right? She loves it, so I'd love to be there.
There are about 75 students involved in this musical.
75?
75.
And everybody participate like, wow, this is a big play. That's a production. Wow, you can record it and the whole thing?
Say again?
You're going to be recording it and everything like that in terms of editing and prep? So
we will be recording it, but we're not able to just because of royalties. So you have to see it live. You have to come and watch it live.
I see what you did. All right. Okay, Broadway. But I love this, man. You know, I'm always enthusiastic to hear about you guys and what you're doing there. I want you to give your numbers one more time, and then we're going to take a break, and then I'd like you to be able to come back and kind of wrap it up before we get out of here and tell us, kind of drive home, let everyone know exactly what you guys are doing on this weekend. So give me your numbers, your information, and then we're going to take a break and get right back.
Sure. So just again, our open house taking place on February 4th. That's this coming Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And to register for this event, you may see our school's Facebook page or our website, standrewsbahamas.com, or you may call the school's office at 677-7800.
Okay, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break and be right back after this.
Foundation. We'll be back right after this.
The foundation. The foundation.
Fidelity, we're good for you. With so much going on in the world today, only accepting cash at your business can be risky. Let Fidelity offer you and your customers safety, convenience, and the flexibility of a fixed or mobile terminal. Take it with you, on the move and on the go, because business should never stop. For more details, speak to one of our business development officers at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit our website at fidelitygroup.com or visit us at any of our branches. Fidelity, we're good for you.
Here we go. J.S. Johnson Insurance agents are the best. Reliable service, we've been on the scene, protecting since 1919. J.S. Johnson Insurance has the test. You'll always cover me. J.S. Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
St. Andrews International School cordially invites you to our annual open house this Saturday, February 4th, starting at 10 a.m. Learn more about our sessions for primary and secondary families. Take our campus tour and get testing dates for the entrance exam. Wait, there's more. St. Andrews, in conjunction with our community partners, introduces Love and Service Expo. Support your favorite charities all on campus. Register today at admissions@standrews.com or call 677-7800. St. Andrews International School. Take the whole journey with us.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Foundation. Foundation. The foundation. The foundation. Foundation. The foundation.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, 96.9 FM radio. Howard Grant in your company with the foundation. Just sort of wrapping up this great conversation. And listen, those conversations that we have on the break is one of the things that we always need to bring at the forefront, really being able to tell them, continue to push, man. I wanted to say that to you. I wanted to say that live for everyone to know that you're building leaders. Yesterday, I had a significant conversation about the strength of a woman, right? I don't even know the show, the direction of it, but I went to a service and I just looked over and I said, wow, it's an amazing, their strength. We could see significant change in terms of direction in this country. And so when you're coming here today and you bring these beautiful young ladies with you, to hear them be able to assert and have a strategic position, a very clear understanding of where we're going, that it's not going to be easy. There may be tribulations, but we're going to be persistent. That's what I'm hearing from you. You mightn't say that, but that's what I'm hearing from you. And that sort of preparation they're putting in you, I'm excited to see that. And I want to say to all those persons, you should be a part of a community like this. All right? You can reach out to St. Andrews International School, 677-7800, 677-7800. Check them out. I'm sure they're going to give you the websites and whatnot. But that's me. I wanted to commend you for taking on this kind of a position, your persistence, your families and whatnot. I know, from what I know about paying for children, it ain't easy.
No.
Sometimes you look at them and say, is it God? But we know that this investment that we make is not just an investment for the legacy of our families, but the investment for the future of our community, right? And so it's always important that we do that. And I want to commend the teachers, the staff, the faculties, the administration, everyone for being able to be deliberate, being able to be purposeful in what they're pouring into our kids.
I just want to say, Howard, for anyone out there listening that may be wondering, oh, this sounds like a great opportunity, but, front of everybody's mind thinking about cost, how are you going to do it? I want you to call me, please, and have a conversation. A St. Andrews education can be affordable, and it's one that, we want all Bahamians to have access to. You heard Mr. Cooper talk earlier about us being international, yet proudly Bahamian. And we carry that tag phrase because that's something that we truly believe. International in terms of our curriculum, in terms of our student body, in terms of our faculty, but yet proudly Bahamian. This is where we're located, and there are so many aspects of our culture that are incorporated throughout our curriculum. And if I can just sum up by really talking about some of our core values, you've heard it throughout this conversation, but a school of ethics and excellence in our programs, excellence in the academics, in the sports, in the extracurricular activities. Julia and Samantha just outlined so many things that they're involved with. And that comes through the drive and the passion and the excellence that these kids are daily engaged in. Our sense of community. We are a small school, and being a small school has so many benefits in that everyone knows everyone. Teachers are looking out for you constantly. Older kids mentoring younger students. I always give the example as my children move throughout. I have 2 children at St. Andrews, and as they move throughout the community, on Fridays in particular, when they're wearing their house shirts, and you'll see someone in the community say, "Hey, you're in Tano. I went to St. Andrews. I'm in Tano. I was in Tano as well. I'm here with Mr. Carey, a family of legacy at St. Andrews School." So that sense of community, if you want your child to be a part of an environment like that, this is definitely a school for you. And the final thing, diversity in our curriculum. We spoke about that. St. Andrews is a place for all types of learners, whether you are one to be pushed and excelled and ready to achieve those Ivy League type universities, or you're one with a bit more of learning needs, whether they may be diagnosed or you just simply need a program that's going to differentiate for you. St. Andrews provides that and very inclusive environment for our students.
Well, Ms. Bowley, Mr. Carey, Mr. Cooper, Samantha, and Julie, I want to thank you so very kindly. I know we got to be able to get out of here. We can talk all day about what you guys are doing at St. Andrews, but instead of talking, we want to encourage you. I want to encourage you, because like I said, this is my family. I got to keep calling them family so we can get one discount, right? This is my family, right?
Call Mrs. Bowley.
Right?
She'll work it
She
out.
right here, right?
Call Mrs. Bowley.
See, I look in the eye when I say that, right? So we can be able to ensure that we do that, and I got to be able to kind of drive this home, that there's family, there's community, and these are the things that we kind of aspire towards for our kids. So ensure that you give them a call. Again, 677-7800, 677-7800, and come to the open house this weekend. It starts at 10 all the way till 2 p.m. Bring your kids, bring your yoga mat, bring everything with you in preparation for a beautiful day out. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so very kindly. We're going to take this commercial break right here on 96.9 FM radio. Howard Grant in your company with the foundation. Let's stick and stay. Right after news, we'll be right back.
Foundation. Foundation. The foundation.
Radio and the Foundation are on the move.
Bahamas, this one's for you.
SBT, Small Business Thursdays. Every Thursday, the Foundation with Howard Grant will highlight small businesses throughout the country, far and wide. Your products, services, prices, and personality. We want to hear it all. Get your 30 or 60-second advertisement heard on air at a fraction of the cost. We here at the Foundation understand the times and don't want you to be left behind. With Guardian Radio, you reach your specific demographic, and it is unmatched.
We reach thousands daily.
Get your products off the shelf and your services in their hearts. Small Business Thursdays with the Foundation, only on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. For more information, call 302-2300 or the Help Me Howard line at 827-0111. SBT. Small Business Thursdays. Get your business moving today.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Foundation. Foundation.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. 96.9 FM radio. Howard Brandon, your company, right here on Guardian Radio with the Foundation. So happy to be in your company on this Small Business Thursday. Hey, man, listen, man. I just got to say this to you. And this is going to be the structure for Thursdays. I need to know about your business. I need to. I had a conversation with a very close friend the other day. And, they started to tell me about this idea of so many persons leaving their posts, their social posts, of being able to really give this unadulterated, this kind of a raw, uncut news and deliver it to people, right? We're talking about Juan, but, they call Nahaja and they call so many other names, right? And they say, "Wow, Howard, what happened, man? What happened? It seems like this administration that they want to take everybody, and these are the conversations it's made." And I said, "No, man. People have to make decisions. People have to make decisions for what's best for them and their families. I think they forget about one thing, right? You do all you can in terms of presentation for the occupation that you sit in. So you present yourself in a particular manner, and people like it, so they want more and more and more of it. But there is another part that you have to live in a society that believes that social recognition is some form of compensation. Come on, talk to me. Their belief is that the traditional belief is that, oh, but you on the radio, they taking care of you. So that's the belief. The matter is that people have to make decisions for themselves. They have to look at the long game for their families and how things are happening in this country. Also, people want opportunities to expand beyond a space. There is a great deal of talent that exists in people. And so they want to be able to explore those things. I encourage those persons, if you get an opportunity, take it. An opportunity of a lifetime exists within the lifetime of an opportunity. Can't remember where I heard that, but I never forgot it. An opportunity of a lifetime exists within the finite time, that finite space of the opportunity that's presented. Sometimes these windows close, these doors shut, and there's no time to meander just before you get to the threshold. You got to make a decision, baby. Step over and step into it. Who knows what tomorrow holds? But my point to you is that beyond that, because when they start to talk about allegiance, it was political, but there's also corporate allegiance. A lot of them will be indifferent. Like if I start to have a conversation about any political organization or, corporate organization here in the country, let's say they don't render good service. Let's say they don't do what they're supposed to do, and I decide that I can talk about this today. I get a million texts. Howard, watch out now. Them people is pay, boom, boom, boom. And so there's always this web that takes you back to your pocket. And so you tiptoe in these spaces because you're afraid to be able to have a transparent conversation. Small Business Thursday supersedes all of that. The allegiance that I have is to who I'm taking care of and who's taking care of me. I've opened this avenue of small business directly to the community. So you could kind of dive in this thing with me. We'll talk about, man, don't leave, doing this, doing that. You ain't buying no odds with us. Talk to me. Ain't nobody else can talk to you like this. I can talk to you like this. As much as people, this is how we take care of our families. This is how we do it. I'm fortunate enough to be able to kind of do some other stuff on the side, but this is the primary source of what we do. And as much as you may love us, invest. I've gone to almost every single person who I've done business with over the past 10 years in this city. And I say, hey, consider this particular thing. Yeah, man, Howard, I can think about it. Listen, cousin, as much money as I spend with you, you can think about it? This ain't even, you understand what I'm saying? Like, this ain't even that kind of thing. When you spend money with me, you will get that back instantaneously. Ask Bodie from Platinum Pastries. Ask him. Feeney. Ask these people who continue to be able to invest in themselves, invest in their business, whether or not they do not see the return instantaneously. Don't be afraid. If you have a small business and you're looking at all these things in your shop, catching dust, you got one long duster, you just trying to be able to rake it off and make it look good. All your milk spoiled. You got almond milk there that spoiled 2.5 months ago. You keep trying to freeze it to push it off on somebody. Let's talk, man. How do we get these things off the shelf and in these people's homes and their cars and in them? How do we get your service that you offer, that you feel is the best service in the world? How do we get that into the hearts of these people so they could concur with you? All the lines are up, guys. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. All the lines are hot. Please give me a call. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259, or hit me up on the text line 422-4796. Let me take a telephone call. Calling on the line with us live.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Good afternoon, Mr. Grant. How you doing, Sparky here?
What's up, Sparky? All is well?
Yeah, I'm hanging in there. Telephone situations going on around this town. I don't know what I'm doing. Internet going down, TV blanking out, telephones going off, I tell you. In case of emergency, I don't know what we'll do. But you know something, Mr. Grant? I've been observationing. That's a new word. Some things that go on around here where they say making it easy to do business in New Providence between these government different departments. For some reason, those seem as if they interact with each other. They have you going from this one to the next one, sending you back to this one to the next one. But one of the things I don't understand, inland revenue, for example. Hello?
I'm right here.
Okay.
Right here, Sparky.
I still used to people hanging about me. I don't know where I'm on off. But Howard, inland revenue, for example, I know you've been there.
Yeah.
You operate business. They tell everybody that the licenses expire December 31st. But the Act says that it is valid until March 31st in case you don't get it renewed in time. Then you have to deal with the other government departments who want you to bring down your new license ASAP before they pay you through the Treasury. But now you go to inland as soon as you can after December, because you know you got your Junkanoo and the New Year's Day and all the holiday festivities, you know, the holiday transactions going on during that time, right? So you go there as quick as you can after December to get your license renewed. The lady says, come back in a week. I say, you know something? I say, Howard, that ain't going to be ready in a week. But the other department waiting on it, right? So me and Howard decide, okay, we give them 2 weeks. So you give them a month, and you go down there in February to pick it up. Because the other department now would ask them for it before they do business with you, but it ain't ready. Hello?
Your business license don't be ready on time?
Man, I going back down. It ain't ready yet. I went there about December.
Okay, hold on.
I went there January, right around January, the first week of January sometime. We into February now. I've already gone down there 4 times, and it's not ready yet. Just to renew now. Then I got to go to National Insurance to do the other thing. Then I got to take it to the other place for them to doggone start cutting the checks, because they waiting on my new license too. But the funny thing, what I really wanted to ask you, Howard, is this. When I go down to National Inland Revenue, I don't see no Chinese there on the line.
No, Sparky. I see one time.
I don't see no Chinese, and I only see Bahamian black people on the line. I wonder if the Chinese and all the foreigners, they have a different system where they don't even have to come on. Are their license delivered to them?
No. Let me tell you, where was it before? Was it Frederick Street? The business license where you go get your business license.
I just started my new business last year.
I think it was Frederick Street. So I go there. It was this little small room that you go into, and we were all waiting to get served. Right? You go through this, this process, and I can't say she's a Chinese, but she looked Korean. I don't know, right? So she's in there. She said, "Oh, it's taking so long. Y'all need to hurry up, do this." So everybody looking at her like, "Miss, all of us are being this it." And she tried to jump a few people. So she said, "I've been waiting too long." I said, "Ma'am, we've been waiting for 40-some years for an opportunity to be able to access some things in this country." Everybody busted laughing when I said that to her. But they are going there. Now, they may have couriers, they may have runners, they may have some other things like that. But I know that they have those things. Why? Because when we go into their stores, they got the business license on the wall.
But you don't see them down the Inland Revenue. Do you think they trust black people to walk around with their business?
Yeah, man.
I think they have delivery service for the foreigners to them. I think the government has delivered theirs to them. We got to go to stand outside in the sun.
Wow.
On lines. Outside. They don't have no chairs for you to sit in. You started outside a long door with the security telling you to come inside one by one and sanitize.
They got to fix that. Sparky, I got some more calls coming through. I appreciate your telephone call, my brother. They got to fix that. I agree with what you're saying, Sparky. And while we're kind of lingering on that subject, I know that hospitals still have this kind of the COVID restrictions in place. You got to wear your mask when you go into these health facilities and ensure, because nobody knowing what you're going in there for. So you got to be able to remain safe in those areas. So the protocols persist in those areas. But what's baffling for me is government facilities that still have people wrap around the building outside before they can kind of get in there and get service. I'm absolutely baffled about why are people coming to your door like this 2:00 in the morning, and we come knock at the window by mommy to get a cold Guinness in the minute. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing? What are you doing? Is this the service that we render? Is this what we're paying taxes for in this country? Can you not treat people with some sense of dignity? As a service-based oriented country, I don't see tourists standing outside the doors of these particular places. But when we go over the hill, I see lines out the door. Why? It is baffling to me. It's baffling to me. And we need to be able to incorporate a sense of dignity and understand that this is how you get paid. I think that's one of the issues that we have in this country. You don't realize that your customer is paid for your light bill. I tell you, one time ago, I buy, it was like I haven't eaten meat, like chicken and beef. Can you call me a pescatarian? Yeah, because I eat like fish. I'll eat the fish and the whole thing, right? But I haven't eaten meat like maybe in 6 years, like chicken, beef. But before that, trust me, Kentucky was my thing, all right? And I would go get like a 2-piece. I got my spicy ribs, spicy breast, 2-piece. This was my thing every day, right? And there was a Kentucky Fried Chicken in 8 Mile Rock, right? It's no longer there. And I go up to get my 2-piece, spicy rib, spicy breast. They know the rhythm. On Sunday, I went there. It was a Sunday. I don't know why I did it. It was just convenient. I went there, got my 2-piece. But I went inside this day, and one of the girls who's familiar with me from the community, she obviously think we's friends. Watch her. She says, "Jesus, your wife don't cook it. You in here on Sunday?" So I said, let me explain something to you. All right? When you walk in your little tight apartment and you cut on the light and you can see where you're going, I pay for that. Take my money. take my money when I come here and don't ask me no questions. Huh? You're getting too fresh. No, because people at the front line of customer service believe that familiarity should be the forerunner. Professionalism should. I am not your friend when you're in these people uniform. You do not know me. And my cousins used to come to the hotel and call my name. I said, no, I'm Howard here, or Mr. Grant. Why? Because this isn't a professional environment. They thought I was crazy. But you have to turn off some things and turn on your professionalism when you reach these spaces. We don't see it. I don't see it enough as it relates to government employees, as it relates to what's happening in these particular spaces. So I want to encourage you guys to kind of do that, man. Get yourselves together and make some things happen in those areas. Also, I want to be able to, let me see if I can read a few of these texts. It says, Howard, great show. As usual, I'm going to take the time to go to the Chinese store for 3 hours today, 3 hours a day, just to observe how they operate, because it is a reason why they make it and we don't. Community. Man, all right, watch me. You cost this. You bring this text here, I can do it. And the line's open. All the lines open. If you want to be a part of it. This Small Business Thursday, we can talk about business. The recurring thread that we've been having a conversation about on this space of the foundation is the lack of community and hopelessness. What I've come to realize as I develop with time and understand more business and understand how things get done and understand capital, I recognize it's a fallacy, more specifically in the Caribbean, to see a Chinese entrepreneur. That doesn't exist. Their relationships with China proper affords them opportunities to invest. There is an overarching objective, right? The 100-year plan that each one participates in. When they come into our spaces, they're very clear about the fact that they need to be able to forge relationships with their community. That's how it does. That's how they have to link arms with their community to get to their objective. Right? Which one wants to be an island, not even a peninsula? You want to be an entire island unto yourself. Oh, I could do it. If this one do it, I could do it. This one do it, I could do it. And there is no community to get to the objective. Is that the black crab syndrome that places us in this position? What keeps us here, meandering at the sideline, at the shoreline, and not diving deeper and finding sustainability? It's a lack of community. We don't have it. Let me take a telephone call. Caller, you on the line with us live. Go ahead.
Howard Pinedale family. How you doing, buddy?
Hi, good, man. What's happening with you?
Wonderful. Listen, Howard, they don't have to go to the Chinese for 3 hours to observe them, you know. The Chinese have two mottos, right? Mm-hmm. When you pay the bill, take the money fast. Because at the same time you're on the line, somebody may call you and say, hey, listen, BC, they cut your light off, you leave the line, and Chinese don't can't make that money anymore, right? So they say take the money fast and always have change. Okay? They have two models. Okay? When you come to buy something, they take the money fast. You know? There's no hanging up. Mm-hmm. Okay? They never say, oh, you have anything smaller. I don't have change. You know?
They always got it.
That's their secret. You know? Take the money fast. You know, you have a problem and you're paying the bill and they take so long to take your money.
Wow.
You know, in fact, Howard, this is a true story. I went to the bank one day to pay give us a turn the end part of the pandemic on Prince Charles to pay a bill, mortgage for a friend. Now, the banking hours was 3 o'clock. It was actually, Howard, it was actually 15 minutes to 3, right? The bank saying they ain't taking anymore. The manager actually came out. I said, listen, I hear with this lady money for the mortgage, and you can actually take the money, just pay the mortgage, bring it back to me. He still didn't accept the money. Yeah, the bank said 3 o'clock, and now it's 2:45 hours. You know? So for him, he's have a lot to learn. You know what I mean? And this was the bank manager, young manager, of course.
Wow.
You know, so customer service, I like how you always talk about customer
I
service.
got to,
you know?
I feel like it linked to everything, man. I
Yes.
feel like it linked to everything, but I appreciate your
Yes,
telephone
customer
call,
service,
my
buddy.
brother. Thank you so much for your telephone call. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I thought you were done. So sorry, but give me a call back. 323-6232, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4316, or hit me up at 325-4259. You know the text number, 422-4796. Can the government please open the road back up on Robinson Road by the roundabout by Shell gas station and make it out of two-way again, please? Make it a two-way again, please. Why? Because you don't want to go around by First Street. You don't want to go up Blue Hill and then go around by First Street. Sometimes it's inconvenient, but I feel like it was for a good reason. Because that flow of traffic is be dangerous right there also. And it's only going to be able to lead to sort of a pileup right there, in my view, right? Engineers did that. I'm cool with them in those particular areas. I'd like to talk about the road. I must commend the government for what they're doing on Gladstone Road. I need to hear more about this idea of expansion on Gladstone Road. It was supposed to be a two carriage lane there. I tell you, man, some things are happening. It's weird. This bottleneck is leading to a great deal of frustration in the country, and no one seeks to alleviate that. You had two roads locked up the other day. You didn't want to go west, and you didn't want us to go east. We must stay on the line. We got to talk about these things. How do you alleviate traffic and get people to their destination without being in traffic for 45 minutes to an hour? It's bananas. Let's take the next telephone call. Calling on the line with us live. Go ahead.
Good day, Howard. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. What's happening?
Yeah, I could barely hear you.
You can hear me? You can't hear me?
Huh? Yeah, you speak right into the mic. Listen, I have a question for you, and I want your honest answer, okay?
Okay.
Are you a politician?
I don't know what the definition of that is. You give me your definition, and then I'll answer it.
Because politicians, once they get in the House of Assembly, they forget their constituency members, and they turn their phone off and they don't return no calls.
I ain't no politician.
I am the man who trying to get his backyard garden going up and down. And you ain't calling me.
You call me every day. You didn't tell me.
So
3 years. No. You tell me 3 years you call all people name on the radio. And then you tell me you spend $30,000 in 3 years to be able to do your backyard.
$30,120 now.
Okay, now watch me. I said that on the radio the other day. I have to forge relationship with some of these nurseries. And once we do, we have to forge relationship here on the show with some of these nurseries. I've approached a few of them. I'm just waiting for some things to happen. Ain't no reason to have a conversation until something happens. I can't take my wife money and my children money to come help you. You then spend $30,000. Talk to me.
I ain't want you to help me, but if you say I can call you after the show.
No, give me some time. We can get it together because I'm still forging relationships with those particular persons. I got to get myself in a position where I have my sponsorship coming in. But I got you, my brother. I appreciate your telephone call.
Okay.
Thank you so much, man. I do appreciate you. Right? Guys, please give me a call. 323-6232. 325-4316. 325-4259. Anyway, praise God. I can fight you, my brother. Let's go. Let's see if we can be able to read another text. It says, business licenses can easily be renewed online from the comfort of your own home. All right? It says, Howard, you hit the nail on the head with the KFC employee. I tell them, treat me like a white tourist. They say, you don't know me. You don't call me sweetie. Don't be questioning my order. You don't know me. Give me my biscuit and fries. That's all I want. You didn't come here for chicken? Miss, you can take my money and give me what I want. No, people too familiar in this country. Stop it. When you go over the bridge, all the familiarity, everything drops. And you recognize that you're out here for your dollar. But if you work to Arawak Fish Fry, if you work under the bridge, you work to these particular, yes, we understand your colloquialism. Yes, we understand the community that exists in these spaces. Yes, we understand your kind of culture and presence. But you still need to be a professional. Me and you ain't no friend, miss. You're taking long. Child, you only ordered that one drink. I had to hurry up, get these things. So let me get them out first. And, oh, hey, miss. You need to stop it. Now we rowing. And all I came for is a virgin mojito. We don't have to get through that, man. Be professional in your approach to being able to do some stuff. Let's take a next telephone call. Calling on the line with us live. Go ahead. Go ahead, caller. Hello? No? 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259, 422-4796. Telephone call. Go ahead, caller. You on the line with us live? Caller, you on the line with us live. Go ahead. Well, guys, you know the lines are up and they're open. Go ahead, caller. You on the line with us live.
Hey, what's up, brother?
All is well, my brother. What's happening with you?
All is well. I'm still waiting on this phone call. I don't know.
You see, David.
Calling me to give me plenty money.
You see, David and Keith was in here the other day.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I tell you, we could have been able to do so. I thought you were coming with them.
No,
but,
I didn't. But like I always tell Dave, if there's anything I could do to help, because Howard, many when I was active into the youths and dealing with the basketball with young children, Dave and that same bond.
Mm-hmm.
If you know, even Dwight at times, you know how much they helped me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so if I can give something back, I have no problems with that, Howard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have no problems with that because I'm a person, I'm very passionate for the poor people want in this country, and I'm very passionate for the young people. You understand? So as much as people help me, if I can help anyone with making sense, like Dave and, you know, who else, can always call on me, Howard. Can always call on me. Help me, Howard. You could always call and do it.
But tell me, we can deviate for 2 seconds.
I changed my phone number, like some people, right? I ain't changed my phone number. This number I had my from Northville.
You keep knocking on your MPs. You keep knocking on your MPs. You need to stop.
Howard, no name, no blame.
All right. But tell me this. I see your prime minister is in the papers today, and he says that it's your fault, Dr. Minister.
Prime Minister Howard.
Our prime minister. Right? Well, you know, your party leader, sorry, right?
Yes, sir.
He's in the papers today saying it's your fault, Dr. Minister. He says the PM blames the hospital woes on the former administration. I don't know if I'd say 100% on the former administration, but most definitely the last administration didn't do what I believe they should have to be able to significantly bolster what was happening both here and in Grand Bahama.
Howard, let me ask you a question, right? Name me 3 significant things that the past government led by the Honorable Hubert Minnis.
I can't name you 3 significant things any administration from 2000 has done in this country to be able to change the course of where we are. From 2000, we've been having significant murders. From 2000, people are still fighting and fighting.
But
from the early 90s.
Do you believe, let me ask you something. I always say that even when the FNM is the government, do you blame the government for fellows who got a wife with one another? Who going to go kill up one another?
No, but that ain't what I'm saying. See, there are always factors to it. There's always factors in why we did that. When you and I were young, even me, who's much younger than you are, when we were younger, we still had aspirations to be a part of a bustling community. We wanted to be a part of the Bahamas that our grandmothers told us about. We can't even tell these young children about that now. Why is that?
Yeah,
some things change.
You don't know why, because let's be real. All right, most persons in this country are single moms. All right, I ain't gonna run from that.
I ain't no single mom.
No, I'm not talking. Come on, Howard.
Okay, go ahead.
Most females in this country have to be the mother and the father, right? And the problem is, Howard, I work to a certain place. I wouldn't call where I work, right? Every other day, when I see mothers have to come crying, Howard, for their children who ain't coming back no more, I trying to figure out, Howard, how do these young people have any feelings for their parents?
They don't have no feelings for themselves. They are numb.
And look at it, Howard. Look at the trend. no disrespect to no one, but it's only the black poor people killing up one another. That's all, Howard, not the rich people. Not the people who trying to survive and be in this country and be a productive, good citizen. Only these young fellas killing up one another for stupidness.
These seem black poor people is the people that have been solicited by each political organization or all political organizations to vote for them. And then they get in and they forget about the black poor people. So it all falls back to the same thing. Talk to me.
Howard, if you vote for a person, right, you give them the opportunity to represent you. I understand that. But let's get back to the issue at hand. Does the member of parliament tell you go kill somebody? Does the police tell you go kill somebody?
No, do it.
Huh?
No.
You do that. You do.
No.
And you know what's hurt me in this country, Howard? Before I hang up, when you see some of these mothers come on TV, right? My good child. But Howard, that person name been ringing around Nassau so long for doing promiscuous lifestyle. But the minute time that person go, it's an outcry. But why don't that same parent take time out and talk to your child? When your child bring this type of money home, I don't want it. But then, Howard, in this country, these people ain't going to turn down money, some of them. The majority of them. And they don't care where the money come from. But they care. They care when someone call them and say, your child just get killed.
Wow. Dude, I appreciate your telephone call, my brother.
Have a good day, Howard. Just
You
give
too,
me a
man.
call anytime, man, bro.
Absolutely. I will
Have a
do
blessed
that.
day. Yes, sir.
Okay, my
Yes,
brother.
sir.
See you later. Anytime I hear people talking about my good child, I know that the mother, the father, doesn't necessarily mean what their child who's grown into this man has perpetrated on others. My good child is a very clear understanding of inception. When you was born, the hope that they saw in your eyes during your breastfeeding time as they spoke over your head is a good child. As they help you develop, and then tribulations take hold of you of your environment. Sometimes your environment is stronger than the influence at home. So I don't this my good child thing, I never see that as the darkness that this man or woman is perpetrating at their age, at this space. When parents cry, they cry for the memory of their children. And that's what it's all about. You got to remember where you come from. Don't forget. You got to remember. You got to remember what's been spoken over you. You got to remember what you've taken in preparation to move to the next step. You got to remember, we wrapped up, right? We wrapped up. And today's still Small Business Thursdays, but I just want to be very clear about this. We were wrapped up in this idea of Dewitt wanted to kind of do that. That's one of the things that political opponents do. Name me 5 things. Name me 6 things. Name me this, that. Right? I can't name you nothing. Because the only thing I can do is see a steady increase in death rate locally. I can see a steady increase of, and this kind of a volatile approach to cancers. I can see a steady increase over the past 20 years in this country. 23 years from 2000. I'm not even going into the 1990s. From 2000, I can see a significant, steady increase in the fact that ownership, land ownership, and opportunity for you to become a landowner in your own country is steadily slipping away. One time ago, you had to get married to fuse your finances to hope to own something. Now you got to marry 7 people for that. Talk to me. Yeah? You're steadily slipping away out of our grasp. This idea of climbing into the middle class. This idea of being able to be viewed in a particular manner, moving from your homestead and the areas that you grew up in into a greater space or better space progressively is slipping away. There's a lot of traditional people in Nassau, older persons, right? Seasoned people over 65 years old, who've, kind of made something of themselves. They say, well, that was my first home. That was our family first home. I don't hear much of that anymore. Politics has failed us. Political organizations have failed us. because their pursuit, amidst of everything that we've been seeing over the past 23 years in this country, political organizations still pursue the same things that our forefathers, the founding fathers, have pursued. Tangible. We need to build things. And no one's taking time to build people. Let's take a next telephone call. Calling on the line with us live. Go ahead.
How you doing, man?
Good, man. What's happening?
Hey, bless. Good afternoon to you and to the Bahamas. But listen, the Prime Minister have to stop, and all these leaders have to stop. They come here, they know what the country was like. They know what Donald was like. They have to take responsibility. I learned something from a cartoon. I think it was The Bug's Life, and about leadership. And the first rule of leadership is everything is your fault. Don't blame the previous government. Don't blame your ministers. It's your fault. Now it's your baby. You got to carry it.
That's it.
Don't blame no. I don't care. We knew what it was. So that's why the people got rid of the one. So
that's heavy what you say.
This is start. Every time there's an excuse. Ask your, no, you know what you're getting in.
That's
Otherwise,
heavy what you say.
Don't come in here to go take this leadership on if you ain't ready for it. And so we got to stop this. All of them do the same thing, and they got to stop.
That's heavy what you say.
It's yours now, and it's yours to carry until you ain't here no more. One of the things I do admire about the U.S. when, like someone pointed out, except Trump, when they come in, they don't argue about who didn't do what. They know what they got to do. They go and they run with it, and they got to work it. The people ain't asking you what the other person didn't do. You took this on, fix it.
Wow.
And so that's one thing I wanted to point out. And then as one of the things I would encourage you is, I've been waiting like 7 minutes one time. I had to hang up, so I would encourage you to please try hurry up, get to the phone. I know you got a point to finish, but try to get that through. And then two, these callers who always call it, maybe you should limit it to 1 minute or 2 minutes, and that's it. Right. I need to hear them every day.
I can put a clock when they call. I can put a clock on there. I can tap the clock.
Yeah, man, even on me. All right. Do 2 minutes the most, and then shut them off, especially about the people on the line. We can talk to you all later.
Okay, bro.
Thank you, bro. And I can look forward to the more businesses. Maybe you should invite other businesses.
Yeah, man.
Maybe I know they can't pay, right? Let's say some who can't pay, but they have
No. Listen, these packages, these people in my sales department already say, Howard, you're shooting yourself in your foot. But these are introductory packages that I'm offering. I won't put them out on the radio, but I need you to give us a call, 827-0111, and I guarantee you could afford this. I guarantee you could afford this.
What I'm saying is, what I want to do is I want to hear like how I have a small businessman as well. I want to know how I might hear someone say, okay, how else you can market your stuff, but I want to hear it from people who are doing successful things. Or maybe what other things, what other side hustle you could do. So sometimes those people ain't gonna pay you, but they can expand your program and they can bring advertisers on because people will be waiting to listen to hear from them. Thank you, bro.
We can do that next week. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much for your telephone call. Howard, where's Anton? Who calls us to vote for Papa Doc Brave? Y'all need to stop it. My God, you're indecent. By selling us a dream to vote for this government. Anton convinced you to vote for this government? Anton's strong. He just get a raise on the radio. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, I don't think, personally, the sort of rhythm that exists in this country, FNMPLP, I don't think it has been as a result of any one individual saying go in this direction. It could have been Leslie Miller, Dave, DeWitt, and every other PLP walking on the road. I don't think people voted PLP because of their persistence. I think their frustration is with the government of the day. Their frustration, not even with the Free National Movement, was with the former Prime Minister, Dr. Minnis. Their frustration was his sheer arrogance and stiff-necked position, not acquiescing the way that he said that he would at the forefront, the way that during his campaign run, he said that I would be this particular type of prime minister. During his time that he stood in the on Government Hill, he said that, hey, listen, if my ministers go against the grill, in so many words, listen, you're going under the bus by yourself. And he lived up to any of that. So I don't know. Anton, yeah, everyone has a role to play. But the country was done with him. Done. And these kind of conversations that continue to bubble up on my telephone, delete me out of your phone. If you can send me foolishness like that about the concept and idea that the former prime ministers in Grand Bahama campaign and doing all, delete me out of your phone. Please don't send me that foolishness. Because if you're going to vote for that, and you get what you're looking for. More of the exact same thing. Let's just be very clear about that. Let me take a quick commercial break and be back, guys. 96.9 FM radio, Guardian Radio, Howard Grant with the Foundation. Quick commercial break and be right back after this.
Foundation. The foundation. The foundation. Foundation.
The Foundation. We'll be back right after this.
Divania's grilled food and products are now open in the Kenneth Plaza, Prince Charles Drive. Come, you must try the jerk chicken, jerk pork, and all their amazing grilled food. Grilled daily to perfection using all their amazing sauces made right here in the Bahamas. Divania's, grilling good food for life. Call or WhatsApp Divania's today at 817-4468.
Guardian Radio and the Foundation are on the move.
Bahamas, this one's for you.
SBT, Small Business Thursdays. Every Thursday, the Foundation with Howard Grant will highlight small businesses throughout the country, far and wide. Your products, services, prices, and personality. We want to hear it all. Get your 30 or 60-second advertisement heard on air at a fraction of the cost. We here at the Foundation understand the times and don't want you to be left behind. With Guardian Radio, you reach your specific demographic and it is unmatched.
We reach thousands daily.
Get your products off the shelf and your services in their hearts. Small Business Thursdays with the Foundation, only on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. For more information, call 302-2300 or the Help Me Howard line at 827-0111. SBT. Small Business Thursdays. Get your business moving today.
Ready to step into the future? From your front door to the backyard and everywhere in between. See and speak to whoever's there with Ring Video doorbells and security cameras now available at Alive. Protect what matters most, all from one easy app, available in your Google or Apple Play Store. Visit bealive.com/ring to learn more. We are alive.
Whether your business is in-store, on the go, or both, let Fidelity work with you to maximize your customers' payment options with a fixed or mobile terminal so that you never miss a sale. It's safer than cash and more convenient so that you can take your business anywhere. For details, contact a business development officer today at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport, or visit our website at fidelitygroup.com.
At Ron's Electric Motors, they repair and rewind all major brands of electric motors, including water pumps, generators and the generator's back end, welding machines, electric lifts, air compressors, battery chargers, and more. They're equipped to handle up to 850 kilowatts and rewind up to 450 horsepower motors. They're conveniently located on the corner of Wolf and Clarence Roads and are open weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays till noon. They offer 24 hours emergency assistance. You can reach them at 242-356-0249.
Foundation.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, right here, 96.9 FM, Guardian Radio on Small Business Thursdays. Remember, if you want to be a part of Small Business Thursday, whether you want to talk about entrepreneurialism, whether you want to talk about workshops that you have, whether or not you're going to talk about seminars, whether or not you're going to talk about your new business, whether or not you're going to talk about the transition from getting your peddler's license and now being able to have a storefront, whatever you want to talk about. A mobile app that you've created, whatever you want to talk about as it relates to small business, we're here for you. The numbers you can call, 302-2300, that's here at the station, 302-2300. April will give you a call there. She'll answer that. Or you can call me directly, 827-0111. That's 827-0111. So you can call me there, and we can kind of be able to talk about how we can get some things done. There's a text that came through, and I just want to touch it before I go. It says, Brave took over the circus from Christie. KB was right. After all, Brave publicly said that he saw no wrong in Christie administration. What else are we looking for or expect? This heavy, because, you put KB in there. KB's my good 8 Mile Rock boy. But what's very clear is that KB went MIA during the minister administration. KB's my boy. Be very clear. See that when you have an allegiance to an organization whose leadership doesn't carry the spirit of that organization, then you got to shut up. Sometimes you got to put up. But when you see it like that, you got to shut up and step back. We haven't seen KB until the reemergence of, campaign season, campaign time again. Why? That is only a very clear testament to the abysmal sort of commitment or lack thereof of our former prime minister to his word and his commitment to the Bahamian people. So I can't see this kind of comparison that persons are making between Christie, Brave Davis, and Minnis. For me, though I supported the party during that particular season, my support kind of dried up in the 18th month because his commitment, both internal and external, was poor. Now, there's a great expectation, and the spirit of the organization is rich. This is the Freedom Fighters. They had something to say. But when you have poor leadership at the helm, there could be no expectation that you can see true growth. Caller, I can't take your telephone call. I see you calling. I cannot take your telephone call. I want to be able to thank the persons that continue to support the show. If you're out there, again, I got to kind of drive this thing home to make you to understand that Small Business Thursday is for you. Don't confine this thing to, I'm just a consumer. If you got ideas, you got these particular things and you want to talk about it, please, let's do that. I got to commend Ahmad Thompson for being able to identify what this platform can do as it relates to being able to talk about small business and prepare yourself for the next step. So he did that and found great success in doing that. All those persons who've been attached to Small Business Thursday, whilst they were doing well, they saw a boom, a significant uptick after they came on here. We speak to thousands daily. And I want you to be a part of that. Please give me a call, 827-0111, 827-0111, or call us here at the station, 302-2300, 302-2300. Tomorrow, I got my very good friend, Bahamian Trey, is going to be sitting in the studio with me and sort of chopping it down. He's going to talk music. We try to take it light on Friday. But Trey is an intellect, he's very good. So I know that we're going to have good conversations. Bahamian Trey, you know him. Yeah, yes, you know him. You know Trey. You can muggle like, Trey. So Trey is going to be coming in, sitting in the studio with me tomorrow, and we're going to have a good conversation. I think next week, Sawyer Boy is going to be coming with me, right? I'm looking to come out to you guys' place. If you want to do some remotes in preparation for Valentine's and whatnot, please give me a call, 827-0111. I'll have somebody from sales kind of connect with you, and we can be able to sell your service and sell your products during that time. Guys, that's been the show for today, 96.9 FM Radio, Guardian Radio. Thank you so very kindly. Make sure you go check out the open house this weekend for St. Andrews International. I thank you so much for tuning in, being a part of the conversation. And we'll see you tomorrow, God's Spirit. Please stick and stay for Shivago Lang with Z Live right after this.
The foundation. Foundation.